We're going to go through some concepts today with the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, and I guarantee you there will be some nuggets of wisdom here, probably some things you've never considered. So again, make sure you tune in to the Cashflow Academy YouTube page for more information like this one. So when you pull up a chart and you hit your indicators, you can do a search for RSI, Relative Strength Index. Now, generally, when you think about relative strength, you think of comparing two different things. You compare Apple to IBM, you compare Coke to Pepsi, whatever it may be. You're saying, okay, which one of them is relatively strong, which one of them is relatively weak? Well, the RSI is actually an internal measurement of strength or weakness. So it is not comparing this stock to the market, to the S&P 500, anything else. It's saying how strong is it compared to its recent strength and just its behavior. And so it is a momentum, it's a trend indicator. Now, when you look at the RSI indicator, you'll notice there's two lines on here. That's not always the case. In this case, the darker kind of purple line is the RSI line. That is the line to be focused on. A lot of times with these indicators, they'll put on a second line, which is this yellow line in this example. That's designed to give basically a crossover system. It's a smoothing indicator so you can see where the RSI crosses above it or crosses below it. And so it gives a little bit of guidance. Some people will use it like, oh, well, here's a buy when the RSI crosses above, or here's a sell when it crosses below. I don't really love that concept of using it for buys and sells. So I'm going to ignore, we could even take off the signal line and just focus on the RSI because that's the line that I'm most interested in. And most RSIs, a lot of RSIs will only have the RSI line by itself. Now, there's a few levels on the RSI that are important. So if we were to expand this out so that we can see key levels, in fact, I'm going to make it even bigger. You can see the numbers over here on the side, and the key levels for the RSI are 70 and 30. With 50 being the mid ground. Anything between 50 to 70 is considered a signal of strength. The asset is stronger. Any reading between 50 and 30, and we could say, well, it's in a weaker state. So that 50 line is kind of a dividing line between whether you're strong or weak, right? This stock has mostly been strong throughout. As you get above 70, this is where an RSI crossing above 70 is quote unquote overbought. Basically, them saying the stock is overdone on the upside. And if the RSI were to cross down here below 30 at some point, right, then they would say, oh, that is oversold. That is, the stock is too weak. My drawing tool is going a little wacky on me. Oversold. If we can get this to cooperate when it's down here below 30. Okay. So what does that mean really, overbought and oversold? Well, I think most people have that incorrect. In fact, most assets pick up pace. I call it going into overdrive. So if we're thinking of the RSI and we're thinking about how to utilize that RSI, take a stock, Nvidia, whatever. Tell me if when this stock crossed above 70, was it overdone on the upside? Well, heavens no. Look at how much further it went, right? Or here we crossed above 70. Look at it explode higher, right? So the first time it crosses above 70 is not a sell signal. It's not, oh, panic and rush out of it. It's actually the asset is going into overdrive. This is where momentum increases, not decreases. And you can see the explosion higher. And you can see, after a nice consolidation, and then we cross back above 70. I'm always interested in that first time it happens, not in the subsequent ones that happen soon thereafter. those are all part of the same sequence. I want to get in early on that first cross because that's where the momentum explodes. So we can see that within an asset, just simply keeping it too simplified, oh, well, it's overdone on the upside, actually does you a huge disservice. And so what we teach our students is a better approach, a better way. Now, I can't get into all the details of it. There's a lot that goes into this, but basically, let me keep it in a nutshell that most people are using the RSI completely incorrectly. And for momentum-based trading, which is a very great way to use this, there is a better approach, a stronger approach to utilizing it. Also, when we look at the RSI, we do want to pay attention to divergences. And a divergence is basically when price keeps going up in this example, but the indicator falls off. This is known as a bearish divergence when it happens on the upside. If it were to happen with lower lows in the stock but higher lows in the indicator, then it would be a bullish divergence. But basically, this is a leading indicator that, hey, we're running out of gas. Was it good? Was the signal strong? Yes, because we certainly have run out of gas as the stock's been falling off since then. So this divergences are what we would call a leading indicator. They happen in advance and give you pre-warning that, hey, even though we're still going up here, time to be cautious, time to take profits, time to do some things that maybe you wouldn't otherwise be doing, but you know that you're starting to see some strong indicator divergences. And so I would compare this to a pilot who's flying. The pilot's going to say, I want as much instrumentation as possible because sometimes I'm flying along and everything seems fine, but our plane is losing altitude or pressure or whatever, something's wrong with the engine. We can't notice it with the naked eye, but the indicator spots it, gives us some indication of that, and that's what divergences do, is they start to give us a leading indication. So again, we've got concepts that we teach in our swing trader course, in our coaching programs, where we teach them how to use these systems and approaches more effectively. So make sure you get into that education. Continue to watch these YouTube pages as well. We'll give you nuggets of wisdom. There's a few in here for the RSI. Now go check out this next video to learn even more.